My rent just came out.
Where are you going with that? And those socks, doing a lot. This is a great place to like people watch.
It is. I might just come here in my free time.
That's what we've got now in lockdown.
Literally, this is what I've got, people watching.
Hello, I'm Kaeshelle. I'm 25 years old.
Oh, the age pictures game. I'm Helena. I'm also 25, aka 19, and
We are both co-hosts on the OneFiDem podcast.
today we have some jokes, as always, coming up for you. You know we're bringing the vibe.
We had the idea for the podcast beforehand. We wanted to uplift our community and we wanted to bring people on to talk about their journeys, but we didn't have a name. And then it hit us. We were in a bar. They were playing some really banging tunes and we were like really getting into it. But then they would always play like one tune for the white people, and like, why is it that like every time we're in a space, you have to cater for the white people? Why can't you just play tunes for us? That's one for them. Why can't we just make it one for us? We kind of flipped it on its head and we made this title, OneFiDem, originating from like Jamaican patois. And all of my grandparents are born in Jamaica, and Helena's like from like 1,000,000,001 different islands in the Caribbean. So it makes sense. So that's OneFiDem.
Yeah. I can't even do it how we did it. Us in the studio and recording the podcast is an experience everyone needs to experience.
Definitely. Whenever we record in the podcast studio, it feels like we're bringing people into our world.
Yeah.
Like you are now in OneFiDem.
We out here in the studio. So me and Kaeshelle, we met at athletics. We both met in a hurdles group. I would have probably met Kaeshelle when I was first in year 5.
At the time, I was taller than Helena. This is a very important thing for, can you not do that? This is a very important thing for people to know.
Have you been to thing with me? 4 quarters. You've not been there?
I've not been there, no.
I think athletics helps, which like brings us to today. It like has instilled a lot of discipline and like wants that hunger to achieve. It just put in so many key and core principles that sit with us today. School was not the best place for a lot of people, but the discipline that school tried to force upon you, in athletics, the discipline like was put on yourself. You're going there every day after school, you're wanting to achieve, you're having to train hard. That happens now, like we put in the work, everything we do, and we see the results.
Just going through the motions of knowing that you have to build and prepare for that moment. Like every time you go to the track, every time you go to training, like that's all in preparation for this big moment. Having that experience again and again and again, I think it just set us up for whatever it is that we take on in life.
Anyway, so you know, I get to the end now, Broadway Market, and I'm looking, I'm like, this looks a bit pedestrian. I think you're just like really like indoctrinated to think like you can only be one thing. I'm not only one thing, I don't only have one interest, so I never want to try and channel myself down into that one thing.
I think that's one of the reasons why we're such good friends actually. Both of us have done like so many different things. I think we just want to be around each other because we'll just like support each other and like no matter what we do.
We like to follow whatever like is in our heart at the time, I guess, and in our minds. You know, like in Wanstead Park, there's like lakes and stuff. If I stuck it now, I'd die.
Can you imagine? L of the week.